Welcome to Real Talk Real Women. My name is Miriam Khalladi, and today we have the CEO and co-founder of healthy living websites fitbottomgirls.com and fitbottomsmamas.com, Jennipher Walter, on the show. She's also a personal trainer, lifestyle and weight management coach, and the co-author of the Fit Bottomed Girls Anti-Diet, which is coming out in May this year. Welcome, Jennipher. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
You're most welcome. It's awesome to have you on today. How did you originally get interested in health and fitness?
Oh my gosh. So I played tennis in high school, but I wasn't like overly sporty or anything. But I just kind of started going to the gym with my mom here and there, and I really liked it. I was really kind of naturally drawn to healthy foods, and even growing up, like I liked vegetables, and I was like this weird kid that did all that stuff. So I really started to my roots of liking fitness and healthy lifestyle started there, but it wasn't until college when I went to my first like big group exercise class. The university I went to had a huge rec program and a really strong group exercise program. And so I went to this, 50 plus girls in a class up the front, dancing around to like loud, cheesy music. And I remember just being so energized and being like, dude, I want to do that. That looks so fun. And it allows me to kind of like feel like I get to almost be a pop star without having really any sort of talent. So, so I started taking group exercise classes there and sort of personal training there, because that's kind of when I really got into it.
You're also the co-founder of the Fit Bottom Girls and the Fit Bottom Mamas websites. Tell us a little bit about how that came about.
Yeah, so during that same time that I was really kind of finding this love of teaching group X and teaching people how to be healthy, I started to actually, on the back end, have my own self-confidence issues, and I started to feel a lot of pressure, mostly from myself, but I guess also from society and different maybe magazines I was reading and stuff, that I needed to really look a certain way, and I needed to be a certain size and have a certain amount of muscle mass and stuff in order to be able to give fitness advice. And so under that extreme pressure, I became fairly obsessed with it. And I was heavily restricting what I was eating, restricting calories, obsessive calorie counting, obsessive weighing. And then, of course, deprivation just led me to binge eat later. And so I was on that terrible cycle that I know so many women can identify with, of just like the yo-yo kind of dieting thing. And then I would over exercise, and it was just terrible. So here I was giving all this healthy advice, but not exactly following it completely myself, and I struggled with my weight, and I was really unhappy. And it wasn't until years later, that right before I got married, that I thought, I have got to get this under control. This is no way to live. I should not feel this way about myself. I should not be so consumed with, how many calories I ate and the number on the scale. So I met with a registered dietitian who was awesome. She introduced me to the concept of intuitive eating, and got me really in touch with my hunger cues, and got me more mindful about myself, and got me to stop over-exercising and really just kind of trust myself, which I hadn't ever really done. So through that, it completely changed my life. And she said something to me in one of our meetings that was like a huge aha moment. She said, can you imagine what the women of this world could do if they stopped being so obsessed with what they weighed and just kind of like trusted themselves and lived their best life? And I was like, oh gosh, I have been such a ding dong. I've been so out of touch with everything. So that really changed my life, and it took me, it took me roughly like a year to really do intuitive eating and really begin to trust myself, because my hunger cues and everything was so completely off, and had been for so long since I was in my teenage years. But then once I got married and I'd kind of been through intuitive eating stuff, I looked around. This is back in 2008, and there weren't nearly as many blogs out there, especially in for fitness. And most of the information that women were getting was from the major publications and the major media. And a lot of the messages was, you're not good enough. You'll be good enough if you lose 10, 15, 20, 30, however many pounds. Then you'll be valid. Then you'll be worthy in this society. And so I went to my really good friend who were working at the same company together, and I said, hey, I have this idea. I want to start this website that really promotes a positive body image and encourages women to live a healthy life that they design, that they love, that isn't out of deprivation, and lets them know that they are more than the number on the scale. And I want to do it in a really fun way. I really want to do it in like a fresh way, in a sassy way, in a funny way. I want to be, kind of like a voice of reason in a sea of unreason. And she was like, yeah, game on. And so her name is Erin Whitehead, and she is my business partner. And her and I founded Fit Bottom Girls in 2008. And then we always had the idea that we wanted a few more sites. And so in 2010, when she got pregnant, we launched Fit Bottom Mamas. And then just in January 2013, our nutrition content got so popular that we started fitbottomedeats.com, which is a food site. But I am happy to report that since 2008, the landscape of healthy information online is completely different. I see so many good articles that are on positive body image and just so much better stuff than there was in 2008. It's amazing to look at now. It's really cool.
Amazing. And today there's a tremendous amount of content on the site, and you have many different contributing writers. For someone who is new to healthy and fitness, where should they begin?
Well, obviously subscribe to our newsletter. But if you go to fitbottomgirl.com, you can easily, there's a pop-up, you can sign up, and then you get our updates every day, and that kind of gives our readers say that's kind of like their motivational dose. And so they open that email and they start their day with maybe, a new product review to be really excited about, or, trials and tribulations that, myself and the other writers are sharing, little dose of like fitness to get you in the right headspace to start the day. And then also we have a beginners tab on our website and the top navigation. And so that's a really good place for beginners to kind of start and get content that's really focused for them, because we do cover so much stuff that, when we have readers who are like advanced and just now starting and trying to lose weight and trying to get faster. And so that speaks to pretty much all that. But other than that, there are so many great websites and blogs out there. I know we have lists of different blogs that we love that are on the site that you can clearly, Google and look for. So no shortage of resources at all. Just Google like positive body image blogs and bloop, you'll get tons.
Thank you. You value continuous education. What are the 3 health-related things you've learned over time that have made a most significant impact on your life?
Oh my gosh, 3. I would say, the intuitive eating thing was definitely like a pivotal, game-changing situation for me that really changed my life and opened my life. And it also introduced me to just the concept of being more mindful and being more present in your day. So for as much as, our websites and stuff are just about, fitness and being healthy and tips, at the root of it all is being present to your life and opening up your eyes and really looking around and making decisions and showing yourself love basically by making healthy decisions, and showing your body love by making healthy decisions, and being active but not beating yourself up by being too active or restricting too much. So I'd say intuitive eating is definitely one of the biggest ones. The second one I would say is that healthy living. I think people believe that there's a secret way of doing it, and then there's some that have this secret, and if you just knew the secret, then everything would be great and you'd be the size you want or whatever. But I don't think there's any sort of secret. I think we're all individual, and I like to think of my life as a healthy adventure or an experiment or an evolution. So the person that I am today and how I eat and work out is very different than even, a year ago or 3 years ago or 10 years ago. Drastically different. But that didn't happen overnight. It happened very slow and steady, and it was a process of me, and this is what I always recommend for other people. It's a process of always stopping and thinking, okay, how does this make me feel? Okay, and then making decisions based on that. So how did that workout make me feel? How did that workout make me feel in a week? Did I enjoy that? Did I not enjoy that? Did that push me out of my comfort zone? Did that not? How did that food make me feel? How did that meal make me feel? And then you just start judging and building your life around the things that make you feel good, and not just in the moment, but in the long term. How does it make you feel the next day? That sort of thing. So that's probably my second one. And then my third one is to really kind of break out of the concept that fitness or exercise to happen in a gym or a particular way, because it's like exercise can be anything you want it to be. And I feel like a lot of people, man, I can't make it to the gym, so I didn't work out today. And it's like, no, like every little bit helps and counts. So even if that means that you just do 10 minutes of jumping jacks, that'd be a lot of jumping jacks. Like, you take a 10-minute break to go for a walk. You take a 10-minute break, to do some squats or do some push-ups or whatever. Yeah, it may not be the full workout that you had planned or that you'd wanted to get in, but it's still something, and something's better than nothing. And when it comes to building a habit, which I believe healthy lifestyles are all about habits, you do something regularly in order for it to stick. So in order to not, fall off the bandwagon, like just doing something and then feeling good that you did something and not beating yourself up because you didn't get to the gym.
All right. Thank you so much for the great tips. I guess it's also safe to say you're a highly successful media entrepreneur as well, having launched several widely popular healthy living brands. How do you balance your time and make sure you stay healthy yourself?
Oh my goodness. So yeah, busy, very busy, have a lot to do. And as a business owner, I have a list a mile long of things that I want to do. So I believe that balance is not. Balance is a very evolving concept. It's not something that, like, okay, I'm balanced. Well, I can be balanced this hour, but that may not mean that I'm balanced tomorrow or the next hour or whatever. So I'm constantly trying to just kind of like prioritize things and make sure that things are, that I'm practicing what I preach, basically. And then I know that when I get too stressed or I don't have time or I'm finding it hard to make time to work out or something, then I know I'm not practicing what I preach. So I try to be just really aware of all that, block off time. And then I have my schedule, and because I do kind of get to design my day, it's really nice. I make sure that I meditate for 15 minutes most of the week. I schedule, I put it on my to-do list, like I'm going to go for a run. And that has the same importance on my to-do list as anything else that's on there, as writing a post or having a meeting or whatever. It is the same. It's not like something I can just be like, oh, well, no, I'll just do that later. Like, no, I know I need that. And I know that makes me, that brings better ideas. That makes me a better writer. That brings more creativity to the business. It just kicks out endorphins. So I'm happier. It's good. Plus, a lot of the times we're doing a lot of reviews and I need to test running shoes, or I need to be in workout apparel and see not just what it looks like and what it feels like when you put it on, but how it really performs when move and lift weight and do different stuff. So, and all the reviews we do, we really, really review the stuff. It's not like we just threw it on once. Like I'll wear a pair of shoes for, at least a number of runs before I say like, here's what I believe about them. So it is a balance. It's an ongoing thing. I'm not perfect, but I do try to practice what I preach.
And I love how you pride yourself as being a real girl and not a gladiator, focusing on the fun in the fitness instead of depriving and torturing oneself. What can you say about that?
Yeah, so I think in a lot of, and this kind of comes from my past, from feeling like I needed to look a certain way or be a certain way, and getting over that is now, I realize, gosh, who do you want to take advice from? You want to take advice from someone who you relate to, who maybe looks like you a little bit or talks like you a little bit or is balancing the same sort of things you're balancing. It's not really realistic for a lot of people to look like a fitness model. That takes a lot of time. I don't think people realize sometimes how much time that actually takes for people to really look that way. And for people that do that, they usually love it. Like they're okay being in the gym for 4 hours. It's like, that's their thing, And so that's awesome. That's not my thing. Being in the gym for 4 hours is not my thing at all. In fact, I probably work out way less now than I ever used to. It's like 20, 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. That's it.
But for some people, it's hard to stay motivated, and everyone has a bad day every now and then. How do you personally deal with times like that?
Oh gosh. It does help to have the websites because I know that there are people that are counting on me, and I know that I have, I know that I believe so deeply in our mission, and we really are extremely mission focused, that almost at any times of like weakness, or, or where I feel like I'm not overly motivated, I can kind of tap into that original reason, why we started the sites and why that's really important and why I want to encourage other women. And that always motivates me. That always gets me going, because it's just like a circle of, you motivate others and they motivate you, and it just kind of keeps like going around into a circle of awesome. But for the other times that maybe I am struggling with motivation, it goes back to my healthy evolution thing. It goes back to me. I mean, if I do kind of fall off and skip for a little while, or don't go to the gym, or aren't making as healthy decisions, I don't feel as good. I just don't feel as good. And then I kind of take a step back and I'm like, man, I really don't feel very good. And then well, that's probably because I haven't been doing the things that make me feel good. So, hey, self, get back on track, and get those workouts in. Even if you don't feel like it, you will feel better after. So sometimes it's focusing on the end result and not like the current moment a little bit.
And you have also a book coming out this May called The Fit Bottom Girls Anti-Diet. What's the anti-diet, and where can people learn more about the book?
Yeah, we're so excited for the book. We pretty much took because we do all these reviews and we kind of give advice, but we had no comprehensive guide onto how to be a fit bottom girl. So this is kind of our guide to being a fit bottom girl and kind of living your best, healthiest life that you design. So in it, there are 10 different principles, and each different principle is supported by 10 10-minute fixes. So it's not a diet plan, clearly. It's an anti-diet. So we think diet is a four-letter word. So it's very much about you finding your own healthy living jam and creating your own life that really works for you. And so all the different 10-minute fixes are just quick little things that you can do, quick workouts, quick meditations, even like little fun exercises, like taking a full 5 minutes to eat a piece of chocolate, so that you're more mindful about how little it actually takes to satiate a craving if you really slow down and pay attention. So all kinds of really cool stuff in there. I'm so excited. It comes out on May 6th, and you can pre-order it now, like anywhere: Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Apple Bookstore, all over the place. And if you go to the site, there's all kinds of fun stuff about the book. If you pre-order, there's free goodies. But May 6th.
Amazing. Congratulations. And I will also make sure to put your links below this video.
Sweet. Thank you.
Jennipher, is there anything else you would like to share today that you feel we've missed?
No, I would just say, to all the people out there, know that you're more than the number on the scale, and trust your gut, and take care of yourself, because you deserve it.
Thank you so much, Jennipher. It was an absolute pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you. It was so fun to be here.
You're most welcome. And thank you so much for watching. My name is Miriam Khalladi. For more inspiration, check out our site at realtalkrealwomen.com.